Hans, when was the heyday of mountain biking?
Oh, brilliant, Davey. That's a good question.
Thanks. Yeah. In your opinion.
Whenever you sit on your bike and ride, I guess. But,
That's such a good answer.
Yeah.
but
But, you know.
it was a special era in the early 90s. I was thinking it today. I saw a post from somebody I knew from back in the days from Life's the Beach clothing brand. I was never sponsored by them. I was a No Fear guy, but the same guys who did No Fear.
Really, were you?
It was such a cool brand, but they had a reunion party last night, and I saw on Instagram, and it was so cool, and I was like thinking, there was so many memories popped up just like looking at that post and some of the people there, and that what was behind No Fear was incredible at the time. You know, they were really revolutionizing everything, not just, you know, with their products, but really sports marketing way. You know, they had all the biggest athletes in the world on their roster, and most of them didn't get paid, at least initially. Right. You know, and it was such a cool thing to be a part of and stuff. But anyway, and being, you know, there in Southern California and having to tap into all these different sports that were all kind of about to get really big and scenes, you know, and you got to rub elbow with the music scene a little bit and with skate and stuff. But then mountain biking, when it really became big, and then it wasn't big when I first got there. And in 87 I got there, and then in 1990 it kind of started to explode. Okay. We had the first mountain bike UCI World Championships, and it became big. And then the 90s, from 90 to 95, were really the heyday. The sport was like booming. We had the big teams. I mean, GT had this huge semi-truck. I mean, we're talking like motocross style, you know, nowadays, you know. We had one of those back then. Wow. And it was just like, it became mainstream. We saw mountain biking on TV commercials more. You saw it in you know, people would buy a bike, and it was just a cool era. And maybe what made it cool, it was because it was all new, and nobody had expectations, and kind of it was just fun to hang out and ride. And every weekend there was a new face you didn't see, and he could do a trick or something that you hadn't seen, or a new product was introduced, and not all of them were always better for the better. You know, but there was like a trial and error thing, and there was new events and new formats and new styles, and it was just like snowball effect, you know, and it was
it's like a buzz that's quite difficult to recreate.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had it here in the UK when I remember the Malvern days, the early Malvern Classic. You know, the festivals were pretty rowdy and fun and cool. There was really the whole scene there, and you guys always had a big scene in the UK. And then the trade shows, I remember, because I used to go there to do trial shows or so, like at Ali Pali or at you know, the NEC or so, and those days, you know, they were different, you know, and it was kind of cool. I think I have really fond memories of those early days in the UK scene, you know. And a lot of these guys are still around, you know. They work in the industry somewhere, or and it's like it's one of those sports, you know, like you can easily become a lifer, you know. So
yeah. Mate, the early No Fear days must have been so fun. So were you on No Fear clothing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like I remember when McGrath first signed the clothing deal for Moto, and just like, that is the sickest thing. And it came from board shorts, is that right? Life's the Beach, was that board shorts?
Yeah, Life's the Beach, and then they started No Fear, and they did these T-shirts with really provocative quotes.
Okay.
That, you know, like really, like some of them were almost like vulgar, but some of them were like, what was the famous one with the chicken and the... Anyway, like it was all about big attitude, no fear, big balls,
eat my
big balls,
dust, and stuff like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember it being
it was a statement. If you had a No Fear shirt on, it was a statement, and it was just new. But they got all these athletes to be part of that little club, like from top baseball players to NASCAR drivers to like McGrath or Ricky Johnson or Glenn Blake, the skier with the mohawk, and I was one of their mountain biking guys, and I think later Mike King was one of them, and then they had a few more over the years. But and it was cool. But like, for example, you remember when McGrath came on the scene, and remember when the team was sponsored by 1-800-COLLECT?
Yeah.
At the time, as far as I know, McGrath wasn't necessarily paid by No Fear initially.
Okay.
but they got him the 1-800-COLLECT deal.
Which kind of helped.
And
Pay the
that's
bills.
like, that was kind of our agent fees, you writing our, so they did kind of create these partnerships with, they would get another one of their athletes who would like be more like a pro, and maybe they give him a Harley Davidson for a bonus at the end of the year or so, like some basketball player or whatever, but they would maybe line him up with for a Sprite commercial or so, and then that guy could make some money through the Sprite commercial, and no fear. And it was kind of, it worked like this. And then initially, they wanted to get in the surf industry, and they sponsored Sonny Garcia, I think.
Right.
And the rumors had it they threw like a huge amount of money at him, like 350 grand were shorts on a, and they tried to buy their way into the surf industry, and that didn't quite work out. And then the surf industry altogether kind of started to have a little hiccup. But I think something also changed, and when word got out that one guy gets paid all this money, then all of a sudden the other guys were like, well, maybe it's time to pay us too,
Harley is not enough.
So so that was part of this thing, and I was actually, for a while, I was the distributor in Germany for No Fear.
Were you really?
Yeah, for like quite a while. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. That's
Yeah,
the
very
best.
cool. Yeah.
What's
Never knew that.
this is, you don't have to answer this, but I gotta ask you. What's the biggest deal you've signed?
I don't know. It's, what?
Or like just out of industry even. Like
I was always underpaid my whole career.
That's a clip.
But honestly, I've never had those huge money deals. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm still around, because they were like, this guy is so fucking such a good bargain.
Cheap. A bargain.
No, they take care of me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so you can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.